Talk.
Well, actually, a driverless car will only be working if the whole car in that street is driverless.
Okay.
But if there's a Metro Mini, then I think at least the picture's going to be different, right? Out of the 31 year, I think about half of it, actually I spend my time not in Telkom, but in the subsidiary of Telkom. I've been, back in the 1990, I was in Telkom, and then not far from that one, I was working for the satellite project and become one of the representative of the Palapa B4 satellite project in LA. And I lived there about 2 years. I think that's one of the, to me personally, it's one of the important milestone because I learned a lot from the way they're working, how the way they manage the meeting, and then time disciplines. It's changed a lot of the way I'm thinking, and that one. Then after that, I back to Indonesia, and then I worked for Satelindo until about 1998. Then back to Telkom. And I think I'm starting from the year of 2002. I worked for the international project business of international. And then from 2007 or 2008, I worked for TII. No, it became a Telin. And then 2012, I'm back to Telkom. So I think almost half of the time was I spent with the subsidiary of Telkom. Well, the fact that we are in the middle of transformations, and at one side we are make sure that we transform, but on the other side we are also facing the competition. As you may aware that the competition in telecom industry is getting tougher. The fact that in Indonesia the data pricing, broadband pricing, is one of the cheapest in the world. It's probably the third or the fourth cheapest compared to other country. So I need to take care of both of them. And well, the simple analogy is probably like driving a bus, where you are driving a bus from point A to point B, but at the same time, you need to rearrange the seating. And you don't have the luxury of slowing down the speed or even pull over. No, you have to maintain the speed. Otherwise, then you'll be losing to the competitor. So how can we rearrange the seating at the same time maintaining at least or even faster the speed of the bus, and we can reach the point B in time? Well, the core value that we introduce now as akhlak is top down from the SOE office, and I think totally believe in that, so that we keep pursuing the akhlak value. And then at the same time also, as like what in our yell is also pursuing that we must be winning the digital. All the operators in the world, the big operators in the world, are entering 5G. We also will do the 5G with Telkomsel. The exact date was 27th of May this year. Telkomsel officially launched their 5G services. It's still very limited. It's in 9 cities. Mainly we are still trying to get some feedback from the customer. The typical of 5G is faster, higher speed, lower latency, and then bigger capacity. That's the main definition of 5G compared to the 4G. What they can probably enjoy is having higher resolution for the video. It may not look that different in the small screen like a mobile phone, but it does matter for the big screen like a huge television. Some other things like games, faster, and probably VR, virtual reality is also, I think, can be, because people need speed, need capacity, so it's getting more real. I think that's some new thing, like probably the most popular one is is a driverless car. That's something that, it maybe still a bit far away from the especially in Jakarta.
Do you want to have one driverless car, Pak?
I don't think so.
You still prefer there's someone like a real human to drive?
Well, actually, a driverless car will only be working if the whole car in that street is driverless.
Okay.
But if there's a Metro Mini, then I think at least the picture's going to be different, right? Manage and bring the company successfully and surviving from telco become digital telco, and I think that's the most important part for me. We did have some transformations. Some people may not be aware of it. If we look back in the year between the 90s and early 2000s, Telkom was mostly rely on the revenue coming from voice, including Telkomsel. And starting from 2008, around 8 or 9, we start to introduce the broadband services with 3G at the time, Telkomsel. But even until 2017, 18, around 2017 and 2018, as a group, our revenue is still, biggest chunk of the revenue is still coming from the voice, around 60, even the highest point was 70%. And today, we successfully transform ourselves. The revenue contribution coming from voice is even less than 20%. And then about 60% is coming from broadband, from data, and about 10% coming from digital. The good thing is actually while the revenue composition is totally changed, but we able to manage the margin, the EBITDA margin and the net income margin. So I think this is something that we should be proud of. And with this, the next wave, we should be able to manage in a better way.